there! In this video, I am going to talk to you about the pros and cons of specializing in couples therapy. If you're a therapist and trying to decide whether or not this is an approach for you, this might help. Today, I'm just going to start out with 3 pros and 3 cons, and then if you want to hear more, we can keep talking about it. My name is Laura Silverstein, and I am a certified Gottman couples therapist. I've been specializing with couples since 2007. And I absolutely love what I do, but it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Okay, pros. Number 1, it really is extraordinarily gratifying to be able to help people save their marriages. And maybe that sounds like hyperbole, and it doesn't happen on a session, right? Like, oh, in the last, 80 minutes, I just saved a marriage. No. And of course, do I do it single-handedly? No. It's a team effort where I'm 1/3 of the team. However, it really is true that you get to be part of something transformational. When people come in, they're either really disconnected or they're fighting like cats and dogs. And so when the process works and people come in and do their work and follow through with your recommendations, then you really do get to see right in front of you, you see the fruits of everybody's labor. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing to be part of, and I really do feel privileged. The second pro about being a couples therapist is that it happens right in front of you. So you get to see it in the here and now. Whereas with individual therapy, you often talk about things that happen outside of the room, and then they come back and they tell you how it went. With couples therapy, it happens right then and there. So you have them turn, they face each other, they try the strategy, and then you get to test the hypothesis right then and there. Did it work? Do you feel understood? Do you feel closer? Are you still upset? Are you still feeling this level of anger about it, or is there resolution? And then because you get to test out the hypothesis right there, then you can tweak it. Let's try again. Can you try that again? Turn and let's do it a little bit differently. Or let me go to my filing cabinet and give you another approach. It just fits my personality personally. Maybe that's a pro for you. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But for me, because couples therapy moves a little bit more quickly than individual therapy, and I tend to be a fast-paced human. Okay. Pro number 3 is not only are you helping them, but you're also aware of the larger communities that you're also helping when things get better. So you're helping their kids if they have kids, or extended families, or even communities, that when couples are doing well, everything goes better. When long-term relationships break up, there's so much interconnectedness, and those opportunities of having to say goodbye to large groups of people and families is prevented because of what everybody's doing in the room. So that's another pro. I feel like I could go on all day, but I'm going to keep this concise. Okay, cons. One of the big cons, I think, of deciding to specialize in couples therapy is that it requires an immense amount of advanced training, which is both expensive and also very time consuming. You can't really sit down in the chair right out the gates until you've had advanced couples therapy training. Because if you do what you learn as an individual therapist, then what happens is you kind of get eaten alive. That's what happened to me when I first started this. I kind of jumped in, flying a little bit solo, and my couples just were screaming at each other in front of me. And I was like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? Get me out of here. And I used to do things like put one in the waiting room and meet them one at a time because I felt so unprepared. If you have a great graduate program, I'm not saying you can't get that right out the gates. I didn't get that with my MSW, but I did get that eventually. So number 2, the second con to specializing in couples therapy is that it's very hard to work with insurance companies on this. It's not impossible. If you're able to get an 80-minute session reimbursed, that's fantastic. If you're not allowed to do that because of the contract that you have, that's really tough, because those longer sessions really allow to make sure that you've got enough time to get the full assessment done, to gather the information you need. It also allows more space for each partner. I just find that you need more time, and 50 just doesn't cut it. Hopefully this is beginning to change. The third main con to being a couples therapist as a specialization is that you can't dial in with anything less than 100%. You just can't sit back and kind of let your clients talk. Every single session, you got to come in with total energy, ready to work. You've got a lot to track. You're watching both partners. You're paying attention to yourself. Are you grounded? You're thinking about what intervention do you want to use? You're noticing verbal contact, nonverbal contact, and picking up on the tone in the room. So if that's how you like to work, then that con might not bother you. So I hope you found that list helpful. If you're considering couples therapy or you are in education to become a couples therapist, I'm now working to make a little bit more content specifically for people who are training in couples therapy so that we can all stick together and have a community. As always, please like and subscribe. That really does help me continue to offer free content. Thanks so much. Have a great day.